Today I'm taking a deep dive into Perfect Moving, one of the most talked about moving companies in New York City. I'll walk you through the entire experience I had using them, starting from how easy or difficult it was to get a quote on their website, which actually turned out to be surprisingly smooth. The interface is clean and user-friendly, and it gives you a preliminary estimate after you input basic information like the number of bedrooms, approximate box count, and distance of your move. Once I submitted the form, I received a call back pretty quickly, within an hour. The rep was polite and asked a few follow-up questions to give me a more accurate quote. They were transparent about the fees, which I appreciated, but the initial quote was definitely on the higher end compared to some other NYC movers. However, they emphasized their white glove service, which they said justified the pricing. Booking was straightforward. They sent a confirmation email with all the terms, and the payment process was secure and easy. They did require a deposit upfront, which isn't unusual, but some might find it off-putting. Communication leading up to moving day was consistent. They set reminders and double-checked all details a day before. On moving day, the crew arrived on time, in branded uniforms, and the truck was clean and clearly marked. They wrapped all furniture meticulously, and used floor protection inside the apartment, which was a big plus. However, I did notice they moved a bit slower than expected, not lazy, but extremely methodical, which could increase the overall time and potentially the final cost. Many useful links you can find in the description. The movers were courteous and handled fragile items with extra care. That said, one of the larger furniture pieces had a slight scratch on it when it arrived at the new place. They took responsibility and noted it down, saying their claims process is pretty straightforward. I haven't gone through it yet, but I'll update and a pinned comment if anything changes. One thing to highlight is that Perfect Moving does not offer last-minute availability very often. They're in high demand, especially toward the end of the month. If you're planning to move, make sure to book at least 2 weeks in advance to avoid disappointment. Their storage options are also worth mentioning. They offer climate-controlled storage for an additional fee. It's a decent solution if your new place isn't ready yet. I didn't personally use this feature, but I asked about it, and they were transparent with the pricing. Now, is Perfect Moving worth the premium pricing? It depends on what you're looking for. If budget is tight, and you just want to get from A to B, this might not be the best fit. But if you value a high-touch experience, clear communication, and meticulous packing, they deliver on most fronts. Don't expect perfection despite the name. The slight damage and slow pace are things to keep in mind. Still, overall, this is one of the more professional moving experiences I've had in NYC. If you found this review helpful, please consider liking the video and subscribing for more honest reviews like this one.